off in the semifinal round is heavyweight. So, again, we had some seating changes due to a change in the Princeton representation at 285, but it's still the top two seeds, as is John Pardo on mat 2. And then here on mat 1, the top seed, Ashton Davis of Cornell. He faces Alex Semenenko, a pin extraordinaire, earning his 4th pin in his last 5 matches after the fall against Logan Marisol. Interesting matchup here. Again, there's just the one bid on the line to get in automatically here at the heavyweight rank. So both of these matchups, it's going to determine who gets the whole pot tonight. Again, 6:30 is our final round. After this, it'll move to consolations, and we still have plenty of action in that regard. After these 2 matches are over, Pat, we're not even halfway through. We'll be 40 out of 90 matches complete.
It's awesome. A lot of great matches so far. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of these go down.
Crazy. We're already 40. Once these 2 are done, we're already 40 matches through. It doesn't feel like it, but that's, they say time flies when you're having fun. Certainly the case here. We've had a pair of sudden victories. We've had some thunderous pins in the semifinal round, and obviously a bunch of tickets punched. 18 in total. There might be another pin over on mat number 2. This, though, here at mat 1 is still scoreless. And it is a upset of sorts. Vincent Mueller getting the pin against the freshman John Pardo from Penn. And so Mueller, who entered the week, the first bracket had him the 4 seed. He bumped up to the 3, and he pinned Will Sather in 37 seconds. He's earned a pin against John Pardo in the first period at 1:43. Whoever wins this one is going to have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, no, that was an impressive pin, and he gets fired up after that one, as I would be as well.
And this one scoreless. This is our remaining action before the breather, before we go into the consolation semifinals. Again, nobody yet eliminated from the Ivy League tournament, but it's now do or die moving forward in terms of where you finish in the Ivy League after this round is over. That action set to resume at 2:30, so it will give, again, that opportunity for the wrestlers to get their breathers in, their meditations, their sustenance. Gives a chance for not just us broadcasters, but the production crew here today. As the first period comes in, the production crew here today that's making all this possible. Unbelievable what they do here at Princeton University with all the sports. These Ivy League schools have more sports than any other conference in NCAA athletics, with maybe like the exception of Stanford or something out west. They do a fantastic job with all productions, and we give our thanks to them.
Amazing. Great job by everybody.
Of course, in my ear today, Cody Krischel calling the shots. I know he was busy at it last night when Princeton men's lacrosse had a dominant defensive display against their in-state rival Rutgers. Talk about a team with national championship aspirations. 4-1 start there. And their first 4 opponents had not lost to anybody not named the Princeton Tigers. Here on the mat.
They're impressive, I was going to say. The lacrosse team has been looking really good. I'm excited to watch them throughout the rest of this year.
Oh, the women too. They had a double-digit victory against a ranked Harvard team, and Jamie McDonald had a double-digit point effort yesterday. Fun time of year because you have the spring teams maybe just starting Ivy competition, maybe still in non-league competition, and you have the winter sports in their championships. This is to determine who will face Vincent Mueller for the heavyweight champion, the first ever Ivy League heavyweight championship to be awarded. Again, we're not going to lean too much into it, but there is that little thing behind the idea of a legacy, because we talk about the storied history of this league in wrestling. The Ivy League came over from the EIWA, the oldest wrestling conference or association in this wonderful country. And you look at all that history and you think of all the names. Well, the Ivy League has a chance to set that precedent beginning today. And it's something that the wrestlers won't think about today, but I think when it's all said and done, they can look fondly at what may happen here today.
Definitely. Be cool to be, the first of anything, right? So I'm sure these guys are looking forward to that.
The first guy yapping his mouth all day on a broadcast feels pretty cool, too. I'll say that. Well, it's been just the escape through 2 periods. Alex Semenenko will try to return the favor with an escape against Ashton Davis. We mentioned earlier Semenenko, look, he moved up from the 5 seed to the 4 seed. It is not indicative of how close he's been in his matches as he gets the escape here. He was pinned in the F&M Open by Mueller back in January after having a sudden victory against Mueller at the Princeton Open. So if he can win, that's what he looks forward to. Previous matchup between these two, Pat, sudden victory 4-1, Ashton Davis on January 25th. Might we go to that dynamic here? We have 75 seconds to determine if somebody wins in these 3 periods.
It's a very real probability we replicate that match as well. So, been very tight so far.
Wouldn't be the first time. We've had 2 times previously. It was in the quarterfinal round. It was a 4-1 dual sudden victory, and it was 1-1 in the 3rd period. Both of those saw a takedown in the 3rd to determine the victor. We have it again. Semenenko and Davis are tied up high. Again, when talking to Brown head coach Jordan Lean, I asked him, and I mentioned it's the self-cannibalization of the heavyweights in terms of only being 1 bid, but makes it that much more exciting of what's to come here. Approaching short time in the 3rd. They're still eyeing an opening for a shot. A tie up high. Still nothing really dangerous. And it might come down. Once again, the sudden victory. Here in the semis, 141 saw Eli Rivera a 4-1 sudden victory against Joshua Saunders. And then at 174, Jack McGill, 4-1 sudden victory against Nick Incontrera. So for the 3rd time, we'll have a sudden victory with the winner going to the final in their respective weight class. Still really trying to see where those openings are at, Pat, on these shots. There's nothing really there right now.
Yeah. Both guys doing a good job in the hand fight, down block, and making it hard for the other guy to get to their legs. What you don't want to do is get stuck in on a shot where, you give the other opponent an opportunity to re-attack. You see that pretty often at heavyweight, especially. As you see, nice snatch single, just stayed up, and nice job by Semenenko to defend that. He's upper body. He's looking for a bit of a throw here, and a headlock.
Davis sticking with it, and Ashton Davis battling his way through the throw. He's trying to end this with a pin by sudden victory. And Semenenko will battle it all, but Ashton Davis saying, not on my watch. What a battle by Semenenko, the junior. A heartbreaking way for things to end in terms of the chance of an automatic bid. He'll still try to battle it out and wrestle back to see if he can be in line for an at-large. But Ashton Davis set to face off against Vincent Mueller in the heavyweight finals. Again, our final round begins at 6:30, but we will pause for a breather here from Jadwin Gym. At 2:30, the action resumes with the consolations set to come up. Stay tuned as we've had exciting action through 40 matches in the first ever Ivy League Wrestling Championships.